Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the part two and the final part of tonight's episode of Fair Wanderings. So we just beat a will-o-wisp. Awesome. Good job, team.
Hi
Uh,
guys. So, so you guys
I have
played.
a. So if we're about to rest, I still have a spell slot, so I'll use it
Uh-huh.
on Gwyneth. I'll use a Cure Wounds on her.
Yeah, she wakes up and she just sits up screaming. Like she sits up freaking out and screaming for her mom and all that fun
Shh.
stuff.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're okay now.
Um, yeah, out of the darkness, you hear something that sort of resembles. I think I think you'd probably recognize it as the sound of. I'm sorry if they're combing his hair. I think you hear the sound of a match being struck, and then a lantern lights up, and like in the path you see a woman in heavy furs holding a lantern. She looks over at you guys and says, "Child was lucky to be alive."
Yes.
Were you?
I'm sorry. She starts to casually kind of approach.
Wait, who are you?
She stops. "I'm a traveler, little girl. Who are you?"
I look over at Rose and Cecilia and Echo, and I'm like, I'm now exercising caution about I probably shouldn't tell this person who I actually am.
We're also travelers.
"I didn't ask you."
I answered anyways. Funny how that works.
And her eyes flick to you. Are you making any effort at all to disguise your heritage, or is it fairly obvious?
I don't think any of us have disguised anything about ourselves at this point.
Yeah.
So we are quite the crew.
And
Um,
yeah, I think she just straight up says, she says, "A soldier, a woman in noble dress, a snake, and a tiefling, and
Hmm.
2 children and an orc."
Rose Thorn, I'm sure you've heard of me.
She looks at you and she smiles and says, "Oh yes, I have."
Oh, pleasure.
I don't know if the rest of you can tell if she's being facetious or not.
I roll insight.
Roll insight and I'll tell you. She actually has heard of her.
Okay.
She raises the lantern.
Rose Thorn kind of
She raises the lantern and she slowly approaches.
No, I don't look like a noble woman. I'm in commoner's clothing.
You're in commoner's clothing?
I do still distinctively look like Asimar, but I'm in commoner's clothing.
And as an angel, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, replace noble with angel, and she comes in holding the lantern, and she kind of looks at everyone.
What does she look like?
She's a tall. Hard to tell. She looks human, with maybe some elven ancestry way far back. She has the eye. It's something about her eyes seem a little weird. She's maybe in her 50s, or the equivalent for her heritage.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of late middle age. She has soft lips, and her hands are in thick woolen rabbit's fur, not wool, rabbit's fur mittens. And the lantern she's holding is made of brass.
Hmm.
And here I am standing in just a summer's jacket.
She looks. She looks. She looks. She looks at you and she says, "Must be cold."
I roll insight.
She looks. She looks. She looks at you and she says, "Must be cold." She looks. She looks. She looks at you and she says, "Must be cold."
put my arms up and go to make what appears like a shivering action I've seen other people make before. I'm like, I don't really know what to do about this. I'm just gonna play along.
I think she like senses your hesitation, and like looks at the rest, like looks at the rest of you. Says, "Would you like to stay in the cold, or would you like to go somewhere warm?"
Oh heavens, yes, please. Let's get out of this dreary weather.
She smiles like quite visibly.
Can I do like an insight just to get like a general feel of like what she's about?
Yeah, totally.
Because like
Echo would like to make an insight because she did not mention Echo in the monologue.
Yeah, you're the soldier.
Oh. Yeah. You name everybody by race except for me. That's why I was like, oh.
Because your race is confusing.
You know what?
So Echo insights her. Let's see how she does. Slash. I'm just typing a thing for no reason. Yeah. Like Cecilia, she seems like a weird, like hermit. Yo, Echo, something about this lady's off. You can't tell what it is, but she doesn't want you guys to be out here for some unknown reason, and she's maybe even a little bit annoyed to have found you.
Does my 22 give me anything more than that?
Does your 22 give you anything more than that? You get about the same, but I think you pick up on something that relates directly to you. She's like some level of fascinated with everyone here, but especially you.
Echo don't want to be rude and too crude and a radical dude.
But
Is there going to be a
yeah, I
statement
think
here?
I think she just looks at you and she's like, "Oh, speak up, love. It's rude to pause in the end of your sentence."
Oh, sorry. Echo was lost in thought. Should
She
we
got-
take this opportunity, guys? Me personally, I'm okay out here because but I'm not sure about you guys.
Well, I
Perhaps the
think that it
screaming
would be-
child would like to go somewhere warm and safe.
well, I
Oh
think
yeah,
that
we
it
do
would
have
be
one of
prudent
those.
for
You
I
have
think
two
we
of
should
those.
Go. I mean, we vastly outnumber her if there's any danger.
It's not
It's
always
rather-
about
that sounds like a
quantity.
rather overt threat for someone who just invited you to her home. Oh, travelers on the road.
Well, I think that we would be fine out here. She does have a point about the child, which I was going to make myself.
You better speak up, love.
So I think that we will take the invitation.
Splendid.
And the TPK is confirmed.
Actually, as we walk away, Andrella does keep Echo by an elbow just to the back a little, and
Mhm.
leans over to Echo to whisper and say, "Something's not right here. Keep an eye on her. Be ready to deal with anything you can possibly imagine. I don't think we're actually safe."
It's okay.
Can you roll
Echoes.
stealth for me?
Oh, okay. Nope.
Ixnay on.
I mean, I said I was in the back, so do I get advantage?
Shh.
Oh, do I get advantage?
I'm gonna say no.
Damn.
I'm gonna say no because you rolled a. So yeah, I think what is Rose? What Chad is glitchy. Did she respond to Rose's statement?
Hmm?
What was Rose's statement?
That we vastly outnumber her.
Yeah, she did. She said that's a rather overt threat for someone who invited you to her home.
We're sure that was you, the character, or the GM to say?
No, that was her saying that. She's a bit of a smarty.
Okay.
So yeah, she's walking, and I think Cecilia is the only one who noticed. Cecilia and Rose both noticed this, but she like slightly like looks back and looks some mix of hurt and annoyed. It's hard to tell which, but she leads you to, after some distance, to what looks like a hut. And it's like a nice house. It's like done in the it's done in the style of like farmhouses in this area, and there's like a small like pen with like goats and chickens that are all in like a little house. And she like pushes her way past the fence and leads you to the front door. On the way, she introduces herself as wait, I need her name. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I asked her name earlier, so it's great to finally get that.
Yeah, well, you didn't give her your name either. Besides, you were also like, I don't trust this lady.
I don't trust this lady.
Yep. Yep.
Let me just roll to see what her, because I have a list of names.
All right, guys. Well, the DM is figuring out a name for the character that they created earlier this week and failed to name in that same time frame.
Her name is Agatha.
I was gonna say.
The snark.
Her name is Agatha. She's leading you the way.
We didn't pick out we had a little bit of travel time. Do you think we would have talked about names and secret identities and anything like that while traveling?
That seems like a thing that would be pretty reasonable for you guys to have talked about.
Cecilia's probably fine with like giving out her real name.
I mean, you're the foreigner that doesn't matter, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
You're
you're
the
foreigner.
It's the princess that we need to protect.
yeah. The Andrella is the most important. Like, do you have a
My
name?
name.
Yeah.
So, does anybody have a suggestion for a name Andrella should go by?
Any Latin-based name would work. That's something you can pick out on your own, and we'll figure that out when we get there.
Yeah, sure.
When it comes up. Anyway, so
I figured
Agatha.
it was about to come up because we have to introduce ourselves to this lady
So
now.
Agatha was leading you guys to her home, and she opens the door, and it's like really kind of pretty inside and really warm. Like there's a roaring fire, and there's like soup bubbling on a pot. There are all types of like herbs and plants hanging everywhere. Well, that's sort of the description. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. Well,
I like to check the house for legs.
For what?
The house does not have visible legs.
Just making sure.
The house does not have legs. I know where you're going. The house does not have legs.
Is anything made of candy?
There is no candy.
Any more snarky responses, guys?
Would anyone else like to ask? Would anyone else like to ask if this person is an overt witch?
I mean, that's essentially why I didn't trust her.
Yeah. No. There's like skulls on spikes outside. No, it's just a house.
Nice little setup you got out here, huh?
Get by. She like sits down. She like goes to like the pot and like checks it and like reaches into like the satchel she was carrying and like throws some herbs inside.
Pot or cauldron?
Large. It is a large pewter pot.
Aha!
A large pewter cauldron. Yes.
Gotcha.
Myrtle. Okay.
No, Malit.
Malit. So yeah, she throws some herbs in there, and then the like smell of like lavender fills the room, but also like some like piney smells. She like sighs and just says, "That's better," and then like sits down on like just like a pile of skins by the like furs by the fire.
I am going to usher the children over towards the fire, get them cozy and warm.
Mm-hmm. She smiles and she starts trying to talk to the kids. Do you guys like let her, or do you just kind of let it go?
What is she saying? Is she saying anything that I could misconstrue as magic? Because fuck that, no.
like normal. I mean, make it like normal. Like, actually, make a history. Make everybody make history checks.
Okay.
Everybody make history checks.
She's not offering them a bed that looks suspiciously like an oven, is she?
She's not yet. Echo, you know this. She's telling them a story. Andrella has never heard it before. Echo has. Echo, I don't know where you've heard this before because you don't really remember it.
You see me like trigger from my childhood that I can't remember.
Yeah, she's telling them the story of the the creature, the like children that live in the mountains, basically, which are generally assumed to be like fey creatures. She's telling them the story, and like most little kids have heard this, except for Andrella, because she's like noble and doesn't have time for such things.
Right, of course.
But it's and honestly, Cecilia probably has this too because she has her book of stories. It might even be one of them in there.
I do.
But it's like think like Hansel and Gretel, except instead of being like taken by a witch, Hansel and Gretel like became one with the forest. Which Echo, you know, is an explanation of the like phenomenon of like wild elves.
Wild elves.
Gotcha. Yeah, the wild elves are so when the elves abandoned the Fae, the lords of the Fae cursed them and said, every third of your children, every third high elf child born of a pure coupling is going to be a changeling. And there are kind of two bins to this. There are the like these elves that when they turn 13 wander off into the woods, and if they're ever seen again, they're like wild and savage. They're wild and savage, and then they're like free of the constraints of society and they're happy. And that's kind of the bin she's putting on it. And then
wait, so they're changelings?
They're considered changelings, yes.
Well, I know what my next character is going to be.
Part elf, but Lilith is part elf, but Gwyneth is not, right?
Yes, Gwyneth is not, and that's maybe the start of the conversation where she's talking about how your sister, if life would have turned out different, your sister very well could have been one of these wild elves, one of the children of the forest.
Is this upsetting Gwyneth?
No, she's like, I think she's like more curious and kind of confused because she's definitely never heard it told from the point of view of wild elves are free.
Mhm.
You see me having flashback of my childhood that's kind of blurry, but misunderstood.
Yeah. So like you're like kind of wigging out a little bit.
Whoa, trippy man.
Yeah. So she's just like just tells like fairy tales to these little kids. Basically until they fall asleep, until Gwyneth like falls over and falls asleep, and she's like serving you guys food and generally being a pretty good host.
Okay.
I save my meat that I start tanning it, try to make it jerkified.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'll like help you, I guess. Yeah, she's like really nice. Would anyone like to like talk to her about anything or do anything else?
Okay. I asked her about.
Would anyone like to search this place for evidence of witchcraft?
I mean, I'm looking around. Is there anything that specifically stands out of the ordinary? You don't have to describe the place, but anything specifically out of the ordinary.
All the herbs seem a little weird.
Okay.
She's either an apocrypha or she's like brewing poisons. Yes, Lily.
Did she leave her grimoire out?
No, but she has a fair number.
And
of
we
books.
lost Biz again.
Yeah, we did lost Biz again. She has a fair number of books, like just like on shelves and like maybe resting like next to her, like where she's sitting. It's very clear that she sits in that spot every night.
I asked her for the quick paths that you would probably avoid danger to get out of the mountains. We're kind of trying to avoid the noise in our neighboring area.
I think she like looks at you for a second. She like says, "Getting out of the mountains."
Ah, shoot. All right. Yeah, Biz's internet's just took a poop.
Biz's internet's out.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to wrap here?
Super short, but I think it might be good to do that.
Yeah.
Only because it's a very good point for that.
Yeah. So yeah, she like sits down and she's like, "Let's see, ways to get out of the forest," and then we go to credits.
Okay, she's like bringing like a map or something. Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Can we move me over? Okay, there we go. That works kind of there. And then we're gonna move you there, and then we're gonna. Okay, there we go. That's something.
Oh my God, guys, she's an old lady that lives alone in the forest. She's not a witch.
What?
Hey, I'm talking to her. Give me some credit for that.
I'm only suspicious because when she like came up to us and was like, "Oh, hey, look at you," and because of the tone that you used when she was like, "Oh, a snake, an angel, a soldier," and like, "Oh, well, you're just making declarative statements about each of us." That's kind of suspicious.
To be fair, people make judgments and old people declare things.
I know,
Anyway,
I
work
know,
in a pharmacy.
but
I confirm this.
maybe I'm trying to make you think she's a witch, so you'll murder her and realize she's a sad old woman that lives on the edge of town because she doesn't have any family.
Or I'm talking to her about stuff, and I'm trying to be nice because she jogged my memory.
Yeah, totally. Like one of the two. Anyway, so thanks for coming.
exactly. FCMA has been getting it all night.
Yeah, FCMA has been getting it all night. Anyway,
And also, our viewers that are out there, please tell MTLS go to level 2 already.
you guys got a lot of XP. Do you guys want to? Let me tell you what XP you got because you guys are actually getting your rest. So, for the bandits, 25 XP. For the one bandit, you get 25 XP. For all the commoners, you get 70 XP. The gnolls are 100 XP each, and the Will of the Wisp is 450 XP for a total of 845.
Okay.
Not even close.
845, so everybody gets 140 XP.
Got it. What's level 2?
300.
300.
Oh, okay. So we got another thing.
You guys are a little under halfway, but
yeah.
the Will of the Wisp was a big fight.
Yeah.
I also don't want you guys to level very fast because I actually really like level D&D, but that's just me being selfish.
I just want to I just want to get to level 3 because then we each have all of our cool stuff.
I just want to
we're
make
gonna
it level
kill
2.
this witch, which
Right.
will be 1,000 experience points.
Exactly.
And we'll hit level
What? Hold on a second. What witches are you looking at the DMG that are 1,000?
Yeah, there's a
No.
there's a page right here. It says 1,000 XP. They have a negative 5 to attack. Yeah, it's right here. It's right here in the chart.
Whatever. All right.
All right. Yeah, cool.
I have an idea. This
huh?
lady is like all by herself and alone. She could take the children.
I'm not leaving the children with somebody this scary.
Come on, she's nice. She jogged my memory, and she read the kid a nice little story.
Some of the reasons she responded so negatively to you is she like started to walk up and then was immediately like, "Don't come any closer" by Andrella.
Yeah.
Well, we just got attacked.
I said, stop. Who are you? And she's like, I'm just a traveler. So now I'm like, oh, you don't want to tell us who you are.
Aha! Only witches say that.
Only witches say that, not people that just saw you murder a supernatural being. Anyway.
A resoundingly known to be evil supernatural being.
Yeah, you still murdered a supernatural being.
We defended ourselves.
Sir, it's called self-defense when it's
Exactly.
I know, but she maybe doesn't want to interact with you after that.
Exactly.
Well, she chose to, though.
Yeah, she
She
chose
did.
to. Awesome.
Much to her regret.
So, everybody, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Sorry it's a little short. We had a little bit of late start and then internet issues, so a little bit of a short episode. But next week we should be all good, question mark, hopefully. So
Yes,
join us
as far as I
then
can
for
go.
some more awesome D&D. We're going to do some shout-outs. Dom, how about you start us off?
My name is Smee Mage. I like playing games. I do Pokemon Go now as a group thing, and I meet new people every day. It's
Cool.
kinda neat.
Oh, Dom's internet. It's cutting out pretty bad.
What is
do
happening
a
to
lot of
people's
stuff.
internet?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I need to check in on my like Wi-Fi. I'm pretty sure it's on the internet. I think it's my Wi-Fi adapter acting weird lately. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna check up. I'm gonna check up on that warranty I paid for to make sure. But I like to do different things on the internet. I do play by posts. I just love having a good time, man.
Awesome. Evie, how about you?
Hey, I'm Evie. You can find me at The Happy Dose on Twitch and Twitter. I am currently a little bit swamped with grad school and finding an apartment. So I haven't been doing much in the past couple of weeks, but I do occasionally stream on every other Sunday. There is another 5e game I play with a group from Canada. They're pretty cool. You can check us out there on my channel. And then I'm here with you guys on Wednesdays. And other than that, sometimes I randomly play a video game online. Probably easier to just subscribe to my Twitter so that I can eventually post announcement in the middle of, oh yeah, I'm playing a video game right now. Come check it out.
Oh, by the way, I've been streaming for 2 hours.
Really
been there.
bad at
I've been there.
remembering that. But once I get moved and stuff, I think that'll get better. So here's
Awesome.
hoping.
Yeah. Cool. Michael, how about you?
Hi guys, I'm Michael, our MTO All-Pro on Twitter. If you want to check me out, go follow me there. I'm the founder and lead game designer for Swiss Kite Design. I designed The Circle, which is a fun game about magic and having magical abilities and not really knowing how to use them. It's managed without the bullshit. If you are interested in playing it, send me a DM and I will get you a playtester copy because I'm looking for more playtesters, especially GMs. If you have any questions, let me know.
Awesome. So thanks again for hanging out with us tonight. We have this is the only show, the only Play to Find Out show going on right now. I'll probably be doing some more Dishonored's, maybe / other stuff. Now that I got the fancy new computer, so that should be cool. And yeah, have a great week, and hopefully we'll see you back. Have a good night, Kitty. Kitty.
Kitty.
Bye.
Cat.